Hey everyone, and welcome to the Booktube Anniversary Tag. It's July, and what I didn't realise until recently when I was checking my channel, it turns out that this month marks 6 years of the Book Sanctum, and I cannot believe that. I cannot believe it's been 6 years. I thought it was only about 4 or something, so that is incredible. So what I thought I'd do is do the Booktube Anniversary Tag, because I feel like there's no better way to sort of celebrate, essentially. So I'm just going to get right on with the questions. I've got them on my phone, so let's get into it. Question number 1 is, how many years on Booktube are you celebrating? I'm celebrating 6 years, like I just said, and I am actually also, I should mention, celebrating 2 years of the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, and I thought I'd probably mention that here as well, because that inspired my name change. I was originally My Dreams of Reading, so I'm very, very sort of happy with that, to be honest. Time has flown, and I'm so glad I've kept up both. To be fair, it's a hectic posting schedule, but I absolutely love it. Question number 2 is, how have you changed from your first video to now? First of all, I think I'm a bit more confident on camera, and also I remember to upload, because one of my main problems I had when I first started this channel was filming the video and then forgetting to upload it. As in, I'd film it, sometimes I'd edit it, and then I'd consider it done and I wouldn't upload it. Don't ask me how I did that, because I don't even know. So I'm not even asking how I managed that, because I don't know. So I don't know. It just kind of happened that way. I've now got a schedule. I now have a schedule for filming, editing, uploading. So at least that's something. I've at least got a schedule now, and I feel like I'm more organised, and I actually remember to upload, because I have reminders on my phone. Literally, I remind myself on my phone as to how to remember to upload things, but whatever works, you know? Question number 3 is, what are your 3 favourite videos you've made in the past year and why? Or what video are you most proud of and why? I'm really proud of all of my TBR Assemble videos. I am so proud of those, because it took me a lot of time to make that board and to perfect it and make all of those cards and everything. I'm really loving how it's going. I'm also really loving making all of the creative openings to them, because I usually open every single one with an MCU quote to do with the character who's got a new like TV series or film coming out that month, or if there isn't anything coming out that month, then I just choose a random MCU quote, essentially. And I really love doing that. I love making those. I especially loved the July one, which was doing the please do not cut my hair kind of thing, and then sort of the Bifrost hitting and my hair was then cut and done, which I really liked as well. That was a very last minute thing, so that was really fun to do. I also loved the Doctor Strange one I did, where I had to do a lot of editing on that. I was so proud of the editing of like managing to do like Doctor Strange's shields and then also Wanda's powers and the floating book. That was a really proud moment for me as well, because that took a lot of editing on my phone on CapCut, because I've only got iMovie, and that does not allow you to do more than one green screen effect at a time, and I needed to do quite a few green screen effects that actually moved with my hands. So that I'm really proud of. Outside of a TBR Assemble, I think my vlogs I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of all of my Skullduggery vlogs, because that was some serious dedication of like 15 months of solid Skullduggery vlogging. Not that it was a chore, because I love Skullduggery, but I'm still really proud of those ones. Yeah, I'm proud of quite a few of the videos I've done, but mostly my vlogs and TBR Assemble. Question number 4 is, your most popular video at the moment. According to my analytics, it is the I read the entire Spiderwick Chronicles in a day reading vlog. I uploaded that in May 2020, and it is consistently my most popular video, so apparently I need to do more themed reading vlogs. So if you want me to do more themed reading vlogs, please comment down below, tell me what you want me to do in terms of themes and that kind of thing. Please tell me down below, because apparently you'll really enjoy it, so let me know. Question number 5 is, what have you struggled with on Booktube in the past year, and how have you overcome the struggle, or what's the hardest thing about creating videos for YouTube? Constantly coming up with new content, because I also post to Bookstagram. I'm also on TikTok, and I'm sort of creating content kind of everywhere, so I feel like my brain does get a little bit stretched at times, and coming up with videos can sometimes be a little bit difficult, but I mean, I do pretty well. I usually plan at the beginning of the month, and half the time I go off plan. I end up like making a separate video entirely that I didn't plan on doing, but at the very least like having that plan, so I can be like, right, so I've got at least a few video ideas that I can fall back on if I completely and utterly blank on what I want to do, but at the same time I have that little bit of leeway in terms of going, oh, I actually want to make this video instead, because for example this week I should have been doing a video about all of my unfinished series, and instead I'm doing this one because I realised it was my Booktube anniversary, so I've got leeway, but at the same time I've still got plans to fall back on. Question number 6 is, have you had to deal with negative feedback or comments? How do you handle it? I've been pretty good on that, actually. I haven't really had that many negative comments. I get more negative comments on TikTok with people arguing with me about my theories, and they're just theories, and I've just got theories about the MCU and things like this, and people just sort of go, you're wrong, kind of thing, and it's just like, you don't need to be rude, it's a theory kind of thing, and I just sort of laugh in the sense that I'm just like, it's a theory, it doesn't matter, don't, like, there's no need to be awful, essentially. I've just learned to laugh, essentially. I've just learned to laugh at TikTok comments. I'd probably laugh at YouTube ones as well, to be fair. So I just have learnt to laugh at it all. Question number 7 is, shout out a supporter of your channel. Cara from Wild Book Garden comments on nearly every single one of my videos, and I'm just so thankful for her support. I'm thankful for everybody's support, but also you should all just generally go check out Cara from Wild Book Garden, because she has an amazing like range of like books that she reads. She reads like sci-fi, fantasy, classics, contemporary, from middle grade all the way through up into adult. She is a huge advocate for middle grade books, so if you want to get into middle grade books, definitely check out Cara. She also does like a huge wide range as well of like authors in terms of author race, author identity, and all of this kind of thing. She reads, like, if you are looking to read more diverse authors and you don't know where to go for that, or you just want to read more own voices books, definitely go check out Cara's channel. She has a ton of recommendations, and she always reads like loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of books every single month, so you'll always get a new recommendation essentially, and you will always find at least one book you want to read in every single one of her videos, so go check her out. Question number 8 is, what's the best book you've read in the past year? That's a hard one. I mean, there's Raybearer, which I absolutely loved, Jason Aaron's Thor run, which I absolutely loved, Jason Aaron's Doctor Strange run, which I absolutely loved, Heart of Iron, I really enjoyed as well. I really liked Heart of Iron, which was a Anastasia retelling set in space. I should mention Raybearer is a African-inspired fantasy, if I remember rightly, and the world building, the characters, there's asexual representation in there as well, which was great. I just generally really enjoyed that one with the plot twists and everything else. Really excited to read the sequel this month. Jason Aaron's Thor run is essentially the story of Thor Love and Thunder with Gore the God Butcher and Jane becoming Thor, things like this. And Jason Aaron's Doctor Strange run is about a group of people who are actually killing magic. So Doctor Strange and the rest of the magic community have to try and band together to try and save magic. Really fun, really good, loved it. The Banks by Roxane Gay, I've also got to mention, is a contemporary heist graphic novel, and I loved it. I really loved that one, like seriously loved it. The Wicked and the Divine, I've read it for the first time, loved that one as well. Heartstopper, again, read it for the first time this year, loved it so much. What else have I read this year? Until the End by Skullduggery Pleasant. Skullduggery Pleasant, Until the End by Derek Landy. How did I forget that one? Amazing. Absolutely amazing book. Just brilliant season finale. Loved it so much. I laughed my ass off. I got a new crush from that book. It was epic in every single way. If you are like hesitant about Skullduggery Pleasant, just read it. Just read it. It is so good. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Now going on to Goodreads, trying to remember what else I've read. I've read some really good books this year and I've forgotten all of them. I'm doing really well. But the Themis Files I've got to mention as well. I love the Themis Files. I've been reading those recently, loving the audiobooks for that. Which is a sci-fi adventure about giant robots, essentially. Bitter Root, I really enjoyed that one as well. That's like a 1920s set, black family in Harlem hunting down monsters. That was really fun. Vampires Never Get Old is a short story collection by various authors about vampires. Love that as well, love the diversity of it. That was really fun as well. Deadpool Killustrated, which is where Deadpool goes around basically killing loads of classic characters from like classic literature. Love that one as well. I've also got to mention Miss Marvel by G. Willard Wilson. Loved that. If you're a fan of Miss Marvel on the TV show, go check that out. All Systems Red by Martha Wells. Love that. That's the first one in the Murderbot Diaries. Definitely relatable. Loved it. And then also Elle McNichol's books. I'm going to stop at Elle McNichol because I will be here forever. But Elle McNichol's books are Own Voices, autistic contemporary books, and I am obsessed. I am absolutely obsessed. They are so relatable in so many ways. I absolutely love them. If you want to know more about like what it's like to be autistic and things like this, and you just want to know more from Own Voices authors, go check out Elle McNichol because I loved her books. I've read 2 of them. I've read A Kind of Spark and Show Us Who You Are, and they are just incredible. Question number 9 is, where do you see your channel in a year's time and what do you hope to have achieved? In a year's time, I'd like to reach at least 500 subscribers. I feel like that's a reasonable goal. I'm saying that, probably not, but I would like to reach that one. I've got 63 more subscribers to go on that, so I feel like that's a reasonable goal. I'd like to be posting more like consistent content. I'd love to be doing more like comic content in a lot of places because I talk a lot about comics on my blog, but I feel like I could do some more as well on YouTube as well. I'd love to do more about that. Yeah, I'd just like to still be doing what I'm doing, to be fair. I'm quite happy with what I'm doing. I just want more comic content on here that I keep on forgetting to do. So I'd like to do more of that. Question number 10 is, what was an unexpected surprise of being on YouTube? The amount of confidence I've now got. Because I wasn't that confident before, but I feel like I've really gained a lot of confidence now, and I'm more like likely to sort of like interact with people. I mean, I'm still not very good at it, even online, but I feel like I've gotten better at it over the years, which is quite nice. I mean, I was brave enough to meet Abby of Pelennor in person when I went to Newcastle, and I never would have done that like 6 years ago, ever. I mean, I followed someone on Twitter for years and years and years and years because we were part of the same fandom. We were at the same gig and I literally couldn't even say hi properly, and I was about 16 at the time. So, I mean, I don't think it's just an age thing. I do think it's a confidence thing. So, yeah, I think it's confidence. I think confidence was something that I definitely didn't expect to sort of gain from YouTube. Question number 11 is thoughts on equipment. What has been the most useful piece of equipment you've bought? Probably my tripod. Literally, I think it's my tripod because before I was literally putting my phone on a chair and using the case, because I had one of the sort of wraparound cases, to rest it on the chair. And then I was also using like a coffee table as well at one point. So I was very, very, very low tech. And I didn't even have a tripod, and getting a tripod changed everything, because I mean, you can get good lighting from like finding the right angle from like the window. I'm currently using the window in my front room. I usually use just a ring light and my main light in my bedroom because the lighting in my room is pretty bad, to be fair. It's the only room I can fit all of my books in, so I can't really move anywhere else. But having a tripod is so nice, and especially having the small tripod, you know, the one with the really bendy legs, is so useful. Because I mean, I've got the big one with the ring light, but I think this small one is so useful because I can just take it wherever I need it to sort of go when I need it. I can also use it to put my phone on if I want to film some TikToks or anything like that. It's just so useful, so hands-free. Absolutely love it. In terms of like general equipment, I would say probably if you don't have good lighting, it is a good idea to get some sort of lighting. But I mean, if you're not using your phone, or if you are using your phone and you don't mind using like the back camera, if you've got like the light on the back of your phone, you should be fine and stuff like this. I mean, as long as people can see you and hear you and you've got reasonable amounts of light in there, you're good to go. Essentially, you are literally good to go. I started off with a phone and a chair, so I mean, if I can do it that way, I'm sure everybody else can do it that way. I don't think you also need any sort of like really expensive like editing equipment as well. I use iMovie and it does the job pretty well. You can also use CapCut on your phone as well, or on your tablet if you have a tablet. That's really, really useful as well, because you can do like loads of effects on there if you want to do effects. I don't think you need Final Cut Pro specifically, but if you want it, obviously you can get it. Or like any other like expensive video like editing equipment if you want it. But for me, I'm quite happy using free stuff because I am cheap, essentially. I am cheap and I am poor, and I'd rather be spending my money on books. So that's just me personally. I don't think you need any sort of like really fancy equipment or anything. As long as you've got like a basic video editor that you can cut out all of your mistakes on, you're golden. Question number 12 is, what advice would you give to someone thinking of starting YouTube? Do it, because it is so much fun. Seriously, it's so much fun. Don't be afraid to like don't think you're going to be a weirdo and you're going to be completely alone, all the rest of it. Just start talking to people, like comment on their videos, like don't start just saying check out my channel or anything, but start talking to them about like things you have in common and things like this. Like if you love a book that they're also talking about that they love, like just comment on their videos or like reply to them on Twitter and stuff like this. The worst they can do is not reply and stuff like this, and that's absolutely fine. Like it's fine. You will find like the people who you will get along with really, really well, things like this. So just go for it, talk to people, but also make a schedule. Just make a schedule, so you go, right, I'm going to film on this day, I'm going to edit on this day, and I'm going to upload on this day, and set reminders, because otherwise you will forget. Essentially, set reminders and don't be afraid to talk to people. That's my 2 things. Then finally, tag someone whose anniversary is coming up. I don't know about whose anniversary is coming up, but I'm going to be tagging Cara from Wild Book Garden because I've already mentioned her, as well as Abby of Pelennor because I've already mentioned her. I'm also going to mention Lizzie and Hannah as well, who are part of the Dead Famous Read Along, because they also have channels, and I don't know when their anniversaries are coming up, but consider yourself now tagged for whenever your Booktube anniversaries is coming up. And that's where I'm going to leave this video. So I want to end it by saying thank you so much to absolutely everybody who has ever commented, subscribed, liked a video, or supported my channel in absolutely any way. Thank you so much. The same goes for my blog as well. If you've ever just clicked on one link, I'm so thankful for that. So thank you so much for all of that. I'm really, really appreciative. So here's to the next 6 years of the Book Sanctum, and the next few years as well for the Comic Book Sanctum. And with that, I'm going to leave this video here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me how many years on Booktube you've been on, even if you've just been watching. I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a book related emoji down below to let me know that you're here. I'll also leave a link down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, as well as to my Etsy and Redbubble store, which sells bookish merch if you're interested in that, or if you just want to see the next 6 years of my Booktube life. Please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time, everyone, bye!